Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video by TechTale. So today I have a special video for you. I usually don't submit things on Tuesdays, but I feel like this is really important for you guys to hear, especially since it's money making month on my channel. We should be looking at the Magister because it's something that a lot of people are doing to make a decent amount of money right now. So first off, should you be killing this? I'm gonna say for 99.9% of you guys out there, the answer is no. I will explain that, but yeah, you should not be killing this unless if you have very specific sets of, let's call them qualifications. So first things first, I don't even have the Slayer level to kill this guy, so I would have to be grinding up quite a bit of Slayer to actually get to kill him. So assuming that you don't have 115 Slayer already, do not kill this guy. Straight up, it's not worth grinding out the Slayer level for him, but if you really want to, 115 Slayer isn't that hard to get, and honestly, if you're going for Calm Cape anyhow, you're going to get 115 Slayer eventually anyway. This is the main reason why you're not going to want to enter this gate right here. The keys are going for at least $1 million a piece right now. You're going to have to pay $1 million every single time you kill this guy. And you kill him really rapidly. You're probably killing him at least 20 times an hour. So you're investing 20, probably even up to 30 mil per hour just in the keys, just to try to kill the Magister. It's a lot of money that you're putting into it. So you're going to need a massive pool of money to even get close to a tier 92. And honestly, you're probably going to fail a couple kills to start out with. Every single time that a new boss comes out, this isn't a particularly hard one. I know there's a lot of other people with guides up on their channels already, but it's going to take quite a while for you to kind of get the hang of him, start getting decent speed kills at least. If you're really good at PVM, you may not die at all. But I would expect the average RuneScape player to die a couple of times against the Magister. He does have some hits that hit really rapidly for high amounts of damage, and you need to like prayer switch to mage prayer. For optimal kills anyway, you need to do that. So highly recommend either waiting for a decent guide to come out if you're planning on killing this guy, or waiting for keys to get much lower so that you can learn for a much lower cost. And another reason not to do this is because tier 92s, those dual wield, you're looking at the prices right now for them. How long is it going to take you to get those tier 92s? By the time you actually get up to 300 shards, they drop about up to 10 shards a piece from what I've heard. You need 300 of those shards. You're going to need at least 30 of uncommon to rare drop. Very minimum of 30 of them if you get extremely lucky to make a tier 92. And that's just one of them. It's not both, it's just one of the tier 92s. So you're probably looking at least minimum 20 hours of grinding this out, and probably investing hundreds of millions of coins just to get up to the tier 92s. And honestly, his average drops are absolute bollocks. You will not be making any money on this unless if you get up to the tier 92s. I know that the shards, what the heck are they called? The sparks. The vital sparks, they are a profitable drop, but they're relatively rare and you don't get them that often. That's the only way that you profit from killing this boss, is if you get an extremely lucky rare drop. And that's for one kill. You're not going to be getting that drop often, if at all. So you are literally just grinding up for a tier 92. So you're going to need hundreds of millions of coins just to get enough kills in to get the tier 92s. So all in all, do not do this boss. If you are debating doing this boss, unless if you are 100% sure you want to do this boss and you know what comes with it, do not do this boss. It is horrible. You are going to be losing all your money unless if you make it up to a tier 92. So, doom and gloom out of the way. Why would you kill this boss? This is if you're still debating killing this boss after everything I've just said, there are, like I said, 99.9% of people will not want to do it, but there still is that 0.1%. There's always going to be somebody that it's worthwhile to kill this boss for, just because you are going to be getting tier 92s and they're worth a lot of money. That's just plain and simple. Because it's a tier 92, best weapon in the game, it's maybe worthwhile for some people to do. First requirement obviously is 115 Slayer. Go ahead and get that before you start trying to kill the Magister. Second requirement is going to be having hundreds of millions of coins, because you are going to have to grind up to that tier 92. You're probably going to be investing, I would say, 100 million per 100 kills, and that would take you 5 hours about. So you're spending about 20 million per hour, and you're looking at probably at least a 30 to 40 hour grind. If you get extremely lucky, you might get in about 20 hours, and if you get really quick at the kills. But I would imagine it's more around the 30 to 40 hour mark to get enough shards so that you can get a tier 92. And 40 hours of killing this times 20 million an hour, you're looking at about 800 million that you're going to need to invest. You are going to be making maybe 100 to 200 mil of that back from the common drops. So if you do not have at least 700 million, do not kill this boss. You need 700 million just straight up cash that you can buy keys with. It's going to cost you a lot of money to get up to the tier 92s, but you will make a decent amount of money by making them. Honestly, that's the big things. This is not a hard boss per se. It's just the money investment that you need, plus you need relatively to really good equipment. I would recommend having tier 90 minimum. You can kill them with tier 80. I've seen a couple people do it on streams, but tier 90 I would recommend as a minimum if you want to get kills fast enough to make it worthwhile and to guarantee that you do not kill or you do not fail, because the keys do cost a lot of money. Failing costs a lot of money because you are wasting a key, as well as trying to get all your stuff back from death. So if you have 700 million, I would recommend even a billion. You need a billion coins to start out with. Really good gear, 115 Slayer already, and you are willing to grind it in the next week. You have about 30 to 40 hours to put in, because tier 90s are going to drop. That's just the way it is. Tier 92s are going to drop. As soon as they start coming into the game, they'll get less and less expensive, and the keys will slowly go down, as well as the tier 92 price. If you're going to grind this out extremely quickly, then it may be worthwhile for you to do. But if you're going to just try to slowly do this over the next couple of months, just don't do this right now. It probably will be worthwhile in a couple weeks once the hype is all down. If you plan on just slowly grinding it, just wait for the prices to stabilize on everything, because honestly, prices for the tier 92s are just going to go down. They're not ever going to go up. You're adding another tier 92 melee into the game, so the Telos is probably going to become even worse because of more tier 92s in the game. I know tier 92s have already started slowly dropping in price, but just honestly, unless if you have very specific set of qualifications, do not kill this boss. Hopefully you guys all enjoy advice videos like this. If you do, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. I would love it if you leave a like or a comment telling me how wrong I am, because you're killing the Magisters and you've made 10 billion coins or something like that. I would love to hear the success stories. I just don't expect majority of people to be able to kill this boss and actually have enough money invested in it to get up to the tier 92 and start making the money. Hopefully you guys all enjoy. Have a good one.